Hey guys, some more casual classic gameplay. Now we're gonna head to the on the path between Stone Talon and Ashenvale. We're gonna start the quest of the Test of Lore. If I remember correctly, that takes us to multiple dungeons, so we want to get started on it. We're gonna do that from Sunrock Retreat. I think that'll be a little quicker. Look out for it. I think there's an Alliance camp here. I gotta stop for Briarthorn. I need as much of that as I can get. Since I dropped skinning and picked up alchemy finally, Briarthorn has been the bottleneck for me. Need a lot of it. Not only to level up the alchemy, but to be making strong Troll's Bloods potions, which I should have been doing sooner. It's for a quest in Hillsbrad Foothills. It's part of a quest that ends with an elite. I actually just forgot the name of the area. Dungorok. There we go. There's 3 quests that end up in Dungorok. And one of them is the Elixir of Agony, and that requires a strong Troll's Blood potion for the step right before this. Also involves getting scales off of Naga and eyeballs from the Murlocs. Pretty annoying, honestly. And then you gotta go in here and fight a bunch of elites. Pretty cool. It's like an outside dungeon. A lot of groups. We got the brew keg pretty quickly. We found Captain Ironhill pretty quickly and took him out. We ended up there for an extra 30-40 minutes just trying to get Humbert's sword. Drop rate supposedly is about 14 to 17%, but that thing would not drop for us. That was frustrating. But we got it finally. And then we went and turned everything in for relatively meager rewards, but still silver and XP, and it was a good experience. It was fun. Got here. Excellent. I have a hard time seeing the Briarthorn. It really matches the terrain. Low level for me. That's good. Should be able to get through here easily. He's up here where I'm not going to forget him. Got these Drakewing bands. Yeah, they're only marginally better than what I'm using, so I'm going to sell them. Hopefully I can get a little bit out of it. I know a lot of people don't have much gold to go around, but anything is better than nothing, so see what we can get. Also, some people were nice enough to send me their scales and stuff that they didn't need. I put 20 in the bank, so these are just leftovers. I have plenty of oil and scales to use my water abilities. The water breathing, which requires the scales, and the water walking, which requires the oil. Water breathing, water walking, unfortunately, gets disabled if you get hit. You can really, you just waste your reagents. The very first time I used it, I cast it on someone and got hit by a spell like half a second later. It was dumb. Where are you hiding? There you are. Once I get this Test of Lore quest going, when I get the first dungeon quest, I also need to start worrying about, not worrying I guess per se, but I need to start looking into finding a weapon upgrade, because this weapon from Wailing Caverns is just not really holding up anymore. I do okay, you know, but it's considerably slower. It's very noticeable. And since I'm using Wind Fury most of the time, I don't have the attack bonus, the attack power bonus from Rock Biter. But it doesn't hit as hard. Obviously, the Wind Fury procs are nice, and that helps. But I need a better weapon in general. Bruiseweed. Bruiseweed is good. Need that as well. Yep. Now, I was following a guide, and it was mostly healing potions, but it's the same. Well, okay, I'm better off using healing potions because it's only one Briar Thorn. But once I get past that part, I'll be putting my Briar Thorn and Bruiseweed into the Troll's Blood potions. Hopefully I can sell those for a little bit. The healing potion sold okay. Not for a lot, but it's still something. Back up to a whole 4 gold. I have 10 levels to get that up to about 100. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. May require some grinding. Find some mobs that drop good loot. You know, like white weapons or high quality whiskers or something like that, you know? And then you just grind out for a little while. I guess some graveyard. 30, I don't think I can take that yet. That would be nice because the graveyard has the Inquisitor, the Torturer. He has a poker, it's a dagger. There's no stats on it, it's just DPS plus a little bit of fire damage. But that would be, it'd be like 5 or 6 DPS higher than this. Plus it's a quicker attack speed and that feels a little bit better. I know that part is kind of irrelevant, but you know, the feel of a weapon definitely affects the play style, the entertainment value. Okay, well they said he was here. I don't see him. Did I go to the wrong place first? Near the entrance to Talon Deep Path in Stone Talon Mountain. Oh, he's on the other side. I'm dumb. I forgot to look around. He's got a little hut or something over there. The guild is comparing people's fishing skills. Very few people have any considerable skill in it yet. A couple of us have 125. Looks like one person got up to 150. And they're winning. Yep, they're winning. That's another way I could skill up. I can go... Actually, I may have passed that already. Or is it? Blackmouth oil? Use that to make these potions here. Which I actually have some on me, swim speed potions. A lot of failed auctions up there, unfortunately. Alright. He's like... He's around here somewhere. I can't remember. He's up here or over here. We'll find him. Oh, there's a hut right there. That's gotta be it. And now it lights up. Maybe it did earlier and I was just not paying attention.
I've been expecting you.
Rape the land. That's kind of dramatic. Found at the bottom of Dordanil. That's a barrow den. Southern Ashenvale, protected by dead druids and their slayers.
Walk with the earth.
Alright, Dordanil is over here? Thought I've been there before. I don't think it's there. See, these are like these are the barrows I thought. That's Silverwing Outpost. Southern. I don't remember what that is. That must be the Alliance entrance to Warsong Gulch. Shrine of some type. It's gotta be this right here. If I can go to Splinter Tree, better off running, honestly. So we're gonna be running. Pardon me a moment. Also, I know it's red, but we gotta get the Frostmaw when we can. Up in Alterac. We get a leather headpiece with some stats on it. Real stats, look at that. 10 agility, 9 spirit, that's awesome. Compare that to my 33 armor burlap head wrap, basically. It'd be a massive upgrade. So get on the road, I'm going to use auto run. We're going to talk about something real quick. As far as weapons go, I kind of want to do Razor Fen Crawl. Could either get oh, I can't remember the name of it. There's a Corpse Maker. There's a two-handed axe that drops off of first or second boss. And then if not that one, then there's a one-handed axe that drops from the final boss. Might be pretty good as well. Could both be significant upgrades over what I have now. I mean, I'd rather have both. When I'm in DPS mode in a dungeon, I prefer to use a two-handed weapon. When I'm out in the world, I'm probably going to use whichever weapon is strongest, but I kind of prefer the one-hander and shield when I'm just out here questing. The extra armor and being able to block is a big deal. Like, I'm almost at 30% damage reduction. I know it's all physical, but it makes me much tankier. And then with the, what is it, 8 or 9% chance to block? 9.8. It's not bad. It makes you more durable. Noticeably more durable. And then because a lot of your damage comes from like your shock spells and things like that, it's really not a huge DPS loss to have a one-hander, in my opinion. Obviously it is a DPS loss, but when you're just out in the world by yourself, I think that's a good trade. I don't want to get too close. Flag, yeah, I'll end up getting killed. More than likely. Yeah, I grouped up and got help with the bird, the Sharp Talon. I can't remember the name of it. I got that part of the hunt done, which I remember right. That's the highest level one. One of these days I need to come back over here and look for the bear, which I think is here, and then the stag is up in here somewhere. When we did the king, the Furbolg King down here, one of those tree ants, one of those big sentinels walked through, smacked us around a little bit, and we got flagged. No one ganked us, at least. Alright, I want to talk a little bit about a subject that seems to be coming up on Reddit and YouTube and probably some streams. Seems like after, well, as you guys know, someone has already reached level 60. I believe it was a few days ago. It was a gnome mage, Joker D. I don't recall what server that was on. but he was the first level 60. What is that, on the 30th? So that was pretty fast. I don't know what method he used, it doesn't really matter. The fact is, he got to level 60 first before anyone else, including the large organized groups that were aiming for that. He beat everybody. Which, you know, pretty impressive. And apparently this is pretty funny. His plan was to delete the character after he hit level 60, but people keep sending him mail so that he can't delete the character. And so I guess some people feel like him hitting 60 already kind of diminishes their gameplay experience for some reason. And then also, let me look at this name again. I believe it's an EU guild called Apes. Well, it's all caps, APES. I don't know if that's meant to be Apes or if it's an acronym of some kind. They have already defeated Ragnaros and Onyxia. You know, it hasn't even been a full week since Classic came out, and they've basically cleared Phase 1. And the only real... not really the only real complaint. I mean, what does this mean? First of all, what does this mean? That someone is already level 60, and that's a group has already defeated Molten Core and Onyxia. What does that mean for the regular player? Honestly, it doesn't really mean anything. You know, your play experience is really down to you. You can feel like you're missing out or running behind because they've already done these things. But, okay, for example, I started vanilla in 2005. I came in a year after, a year after the game launched, so all this stuff had already been done well before I started playing. And I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. You know, I still had opportunities to do these things for myself for the first time. I think, if anything, people might feel, how do you say it? Like they're missing on an option for accomplishment. That's because there's so much information. There's so much saturation of information and what other people are doing. And so really it comes down to each person to just kind of, you can let that matter to you if you want to. And you know, if you were part of that race and you lost, well, you know, that sucks, but someone has to win, someone has to lose. But as a regular player, as a casual player, you just kind of have to ignore that. You know, it really doesn't matter that much. I don't think my mic is picking that up. Sorry about that. Someone's just riding around a lawnmower. But, you know, for the regular player, that really shouldn't mean anything. You know, you just have to ignore it. Don't let it affect how you're playing. You can still have all these accomplishments for yourself. The fact that someone else did it first won't change that. Alright, is this the right place? Now, from what I understand, one of the reasons... stored in Albedo down, perfect. One of the reasons they were able to defeat the content so quickly is because we're starting with patch 112. They didn't need to farm entire sets of resistance gear to deal with the Molten Core and Onyxia. And I guess in some ways that's unfortunate. I kind of understand how people might say, you know, that's not really classic then, since they were able to bypass some of those old requirements. But, you know, that's just what we have to deal with. That was one of the trade-offs for getting classic in the first place, was that it was all based on patch 112. So, I mean, yeah, we're gonna have a different experience than how the game originally launched. But again, that's just something we have to deal with. It's just how things are. It's not gonna change at this point, you know? So yeah, we have a different experience than vanilla at launch, but we're still gonna have a good experience. Regular players, you know, they're still gonna take them a long time to level up. I don't recall what they say the average is for a casual player. It's like 1 or 2 months or something like that. So, you know, by the time most of us even get to level 60, these world firsts have been forgotten about completely. You know, we're just gonna be focused on getting our own gear and working our way into, you know, Skullomance and Stratholme and stuff like that, and then trying to get equipment so that we can progress into Molten Core and Onyxia and prepare for Phase 2. Obviously, some groups will be faster than others. That's just how it is. Always has been and always will be. Really. And, you know, a lot of players... A lot of players are spending a lot of time working on their professions. Some players aren't. They're just trying to hurry up and get to the end. And it's fine. You play how you want to play. You know? One of the advantages... Let me go back a little bit. One of the advantages to having patch 112 to start with... Okay, well, it's a trade-off. So I recall back in vanilla, even in 2005, we needed groups... Our groups needed to have crowd control. Even in dungeons like the Wailing Caverns, we needed at least 1 or 2 players that could have some crowd control, because the pools could be really dangerous and you could get completely trashed if you didn't have a little bit of crowd control or over-leveled players. And we don't really need that anymore because we're in 112, and that's unfortunate. But again, that's just one of the trade-offs we have to deal with. But that also means that we can be more flexible. Our groups don't have to be so specific in their configuration. So, you know, for example, every dungeon, I've done 1 dungeon run with a druid tank, and then the other 3 or 4 dungeon runs I've done have all been with shaman tanks. I haven't seen a single warrior tank yet. Not that they're, you know, not out there, obviously they are. But because of the slightly easier dungeons, we've been able to go with, you know, shaman, and I know shaman tanks are capable at this level, but they can be bursted down more easily than the other classes because of their armor and such. So it's been pretty cool to have the, you know, the flexibility. Anyway, the point is that the regular players, the casual players, they're really not missing out on anything. You just have to, you know, forget about all this world first stuff if that wasn't part of your objectives in the first place. Just forget about it, you know? That doesn't matter. It doesn't change how you're going to play. It doesn't change your experience. It doesn't take away from your experience. You know, it doesn't make your goals or achievements any less valuable to you and the people you play with. You know, so that's really all I want to say is don't worry so much about the people that are playing differently than you. You know, if you're a person who wants to go slow and do your professions, take your time, get all the dungeons on the way up, cool, do it, do your thing. That's how I'm gonna play. I have no interest in rushing. The only reason I'm even level 30 at this point is because I know what I'm doing. I have experience. It's not because I'm in a hurry. I'm just more efficient than someone who has never played before. That's really all it comes down to. So anyway, again, play how you want to play. If you want to rush, then rush. If you don't want to, and you want to play casually and slow, then do that. And you can do that, and the speedrunners don't take away from that at all. You know, just focus on your thing, have fun, enjoy the trip. You know, and that's really all there is to it. Classic is gonna be here a long time, so we can take a long time to get things done. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's really all I wanted to say about that. Let's get back to our questing. Close my browser real fast. Okay, I don't know if I'm going the right direction for this or not. Well, I was trying to avoid that. There was a buff that we got in 1,000 Needles that improved our run speed by 40% and our attack speed by 30%. It only lasted an hour. I wasn't going to say unfortunately, but that was a pretty long buff. That was amazing. I can go and Ghost Wolf to get the run speed, but that 30% attack speed was huge. And then when Flurry procced on top of that, attack speed was so fast. 8.7. Level 23, 8.7. That's pretty bad. I hope I'm going the right way. He said it's at the bottom. I know these dens are all pretty much the same layout, but I haven't been in one in a while. Also kind of depressing sometimes to fight enemies that are the same level as you, because I don't hit them nearly as often. Actually pretty good. Selling that. And these, I'm not messing with that. I'm just selling those pages. You don't get a lot out of it, but you know, a couple silver a piece maybe. There's still a couple silver I didn't already have, or didn't have before. That's why I like these, because the weapons you see. Yeah, 15 silver, 10's not bad. 15 silver for just you know, something that takes up 1 square. Can't I hit him? The reason I go with Wind Fury is because I have Flurry. Whenever it procs, all those extra attacks, if those crit, it'll get Flurry going. So this just gives me more chances to get the attack speed bonus. We're gonna keep going this way. Hopefully it's down here. Let's see if I can interrupt his summon this time. Okay, good. Alright, it shows up down there as he's casting it, but I guess it's just not interruptible. Really annoying, because that thing's doing a lot of damage too. I guess I need to focus on those, because it looks like they only take 1 hit. What the infiltrator? I don't want you to attack him. You do some work, making me do everything. Lazy NPCs. Oh, that's what's going on. Stupid mana burn. I lost 120 mana. I should just crest grounding totem in that case. Also, I have a weapon with the poison proc. So Wind Fury is actually pretty cool. I think that will help get more procs off of that too. I could just be making that up. Okay, well I don't need to worry about interrupting his ability then, because I can't interrupt it. Let's reread the quest here in a moment. Make sure I'm doing this right. Really? Who is that? Who's on Moonball? Okay. Ooh, gold bar. Might be able to get something off of that. Kill this guy. No idea what he's down here for. He's not flagged. Get him Wind Fury. That's awesome. It doesn't always go off very often, but when it does, very entertaining. Okay, well, obviously the book is not down here. So let me reread this real fast. Test of lore. The bottom of Dor Danil. Alright. I'm in Dor Danil for sure. That's obviously not the bottom of it, though. So, what's over here? I don't like how close together they are. Rich. Ah, I keep forgetting he's got mana burn. keepers have mana burn. Come on, assassin, do some work. I don't know why alien egg is being tracked. There. Why is it still there? Every 10 seconds? What? My memory of Grounding Totem is that it absorbs one single spell and then goes away. I do not remember it just sticking around like that. But, I mean, yeah, that's awesome. I think that actually came up during one of the betas or the stress tests. People were freaking out about that. I can see why. Kind of a big deal. Look at that. Half his health is just gone. Purge that heal. Okay, so is this the bottom? Don't see a book. They're gonna make me look it up? I really don't want to. They do a lot of damage. Maybe, oh well. There's a little platform up here. Maybe it's up there. Well, 6, 7. Enter potion. Keep a stack of those. There for now. See anywhere else the book might. Sleeper? Not a keeper. It's not a druid, it's a sleeper. Oops, wrong one. And he already mana burned me, I think. Sleeper though, that reminds me of any of you guys ever play Gothic? It's pretty old now. Fairly rudimentary 3D graphics at this point. Grounding Totem, that's awesome. Anyway, that was like the boss of the game, if you will. It's called the Sleeper. There was a cult that worshipped some kind of unknown god, I guess. We're always talking about him, the Sleeper. Weaken the Sleeper.
I need a target.
That was a really cool game. Should definitely play it. Oh, here's the book. I mean, that's kind of the bottom, I guess. That is huge, being able to absorb that spell like that. Oh, Flurry just doesn't proc. Or not Flurry, I'm sorry, Wind Fury. You can go a long time without it procking. And since I'm not taking, I have no intention of going all the way down to Storm Strike. I picked up Parry. Very useful, obviously, for questing and stuff. I'm going to pick up Elemental Weapons and Improved Weapon Totems. And then I'm pretty much done. Oh, see, that one killed it. I guess because it did damage. That makes some sense. But because I'm not taking that, it doesn't really matter what speed my weapon is. You know what I mean? So I don't mind if I get one of those two-handed weapons that has like a 2-second attack speed or something weird like that. The DPS is all that really matters to me. And there's a lot of those. Most of the arms, most players aren't going to want them. Most of the people using two-handed weapons are warriors and paladins. And if you're arms spec or retribution spec, you want a slow weapon. Hunters will sometimes roll on them, even if they don't have agility. But other than that, there's really no one to take them. You know, I mean, a two-handed mace, you might get a druid to roll on it. You know, because they don't care about the attack speed either. When they're in their feral forms, that's all irrelevant. I actually am going to stop. Well, do I want to go to the... I'll set a vendor real fast. Just to get rid of these junk items. Man, that mower is loud. That is a little shape-shifted. 9 through 12. I have 12, 11, 7. Okay. Anyway, so the only people really that want to use the fast two-handed weapons are maybe druids, well, most likely druids, and maybe fury warriors. Like a lot of people, even fury warriors, still prefer slow weapons. I don't really, on my fury warrior, I don't really care if it's a fast weapon. I'm perfectly fine with that. You know, I just want the better DPS.
Farewell.
So it really doesn't leave that much competition. Someone might roll on it not knowing about the weapon speed, you know, what kind of effect it will have on their damage or their spec. I'm perfectly fine with that. Like the manual crowd pummeler, I don't like the activatable thing. That's kind of annoying. I'd rather just be a proc, even if it was a smaller attack speed bonus. But it's a two-handed mace with a 2-second attack speed. That's really fast for a two-handed weapon. So for a red paladin, that's pretty crappy, honestly. I mean, maybe the proc gives you some kind of strange build option. Well, it's not a proc, but the activatable. And then maybe a fury warrior can get away with that just fine. But otherwise, I mean, druid really is it for the stats, but there's no stats on it, so it'd just be for the activate. But I could take advantage of the actual DPS of it, and the speed doesn't really affect me at all. Wind Fury is like a set proc per minute or something like that. So I don't know, maybe I'm losing some DPS there. But it's if it is, then it's not much. Honestly, I'm tempted to, well, no, I've got melon juice. Let's say I'm tempted to stop and farm some more water. But I'm good. Just keep going. There he is. Lungs. Alterac. Oh, seeing there's a lot of Alliance and Alterac. They have a lot of quests there? I don't really know. I would like, I need to get my skill up. Is at 200, I believe. I can make, I have to go to Alterac to get the recipe, but I can make frost oil. And I'd like to find a smith to make Edge of Winter. A one-handed axe. I don't think it has any stats, but it has a proc to do some frost damage. But it's like 23, 25 DPS, something like that. That would be a huge upgrade. And then the damage proc would just be bonus, you know. Get my flurry going and the wind fury going and stuff like that, and maybe I can get that proc to fire off. But the first thing is to get the frost oil. You know, they need to make steel. It also requires some heavy leather, which I can buy that off of the auction house. What level? Halle Berry. Okay, that's pretty good. Anyway, heavy leather I can buy off the auction house, but the frost oil I should be able to make that myself. And then I don't know what I need to do to get them some steel. I guess I could buy that too if I really had to. I'd rather just send them like a tip or something. Anyway, that would be a decent upgrade. That guy's looking for an RFK group. I'm really tempted to jump into that. I have 3 here, and I think there's 2 more inside. I think that's all the quests. Those are orange. That means I'm gonna have a really hard time hitting stuff. What level is he? 28. He's even lower than I am. He's gonna have a really hard time. RFK. Whoa. RFK is. Wait a minute. That is right. RFK is. It's like a 30 to 40 dungeon. So even at my level, it's kind of risky. I should be doing more Black Fathom Deeps and stuff. Maybe even Shadowfang. Like, let's see. Shadowfang Keep. It. Sever. I mean, that's a minor upgrade. You know, the staff from the Wailing Caverns is 20 DPS. That's 21, plus it gives strength. So that would be an upgrade. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. That would be an upgrade too. Sever's a rare spawn though, isn't he? We did that last time. Someone did get the saddlebags. Razor Claw the Butcher, one-handed. That would barely be an upgrade, so who cares? Bloody Apron dropped. That would be nice. That would definitely be nice. Also that. Well, I guess mine's better. Never mind. Odo. So it'd be an upgrade technically. There's really not much here for me. Nurse, Wolfmaster Nandos. Archmage. That maybe. That would be pretty good upgrade. Yeah. I would like that. Argyl's Voidwalker. Remember that. Black Fathom Deeps. There's nothing for me off of that. Very little. That would be nice. I would definitely like that. That's off of Lady Syraves. She's one off the Gelahast. Reef Axe, nah. He just drops the quest. That did drop. I did not roll on it. Because we had a mage and a priest both need roll, and I would rather just let them have it. Even though that would have been a great weapon upgrade for me. Sericus. We didn't even fight Sericus. I don't know why not. Yeah, that'd have been good. That'd have been good. Even that would have been good. Akumai. Yeah, there's nothing there for me on Akumai either. It's kind of annoying. Stockade is in the middle of Stormwind. I really don't feel like dealing with that. Umragon. That's higher level, isn't it? There's 27. Not bad. Would be an upgrade. Gotta go back for that eventually, just for the underwater breathing. Rebus. You know what? There is something that's pretty good. There's a weapon I wanted from here. Besides that, see, that's not bad. 29 DPS. That would be a significant upgrade for me. It does have stats. See, so that would be good for a druid and stuff. That, I want that. 2.7. A lot of people aren't gonna like that, but I would be perfectly fine with that. Level 32, which means I probably wouldn't be able to hit the guy while we're fighting it. Bastard, that must be like a rare spawn. It looks like Nomergon is technically next. I don't have any of the quests for it though, and I need to go to Booty Bay and get started on that teleporter. Down for Wailing Caverns. Nah, I'm a little past that. Level 30, I can go back and solo it, but there's nothing in there I really want.
Greetings.
That would really be of any usefulness. Oh, I'm supposed to read this. I don't know how many pages it is. Aspects, is that about the dragons? Yeah, no kidding. Oh, it's gonna be naming them, or talking about them by name. Alexstrasza, the ancient powerful queen of the dragons. Yeah, the red dragonfly. The Lifebinder, yep. First to be created, I didn't know that. Red Dragonflight, they were corrupted by the Horde in Warcraft 2 during the Second War, and they were used in a battle against the Alliance. Yeah, I say they were corrupted. They captured Alexstrasza, if I remember right, and through essentially ransom forced the Dragonflight to fight for them, for the Horde. Sarah the Dreamer. Encompasses general dreaming, yeah. Consider the real world to be just an illusion. Huh. Sarah is one of the most graceful and powerful creatures any mortal could lay eyes on. She was corrupted during Legion. That was actually really didn't like that quest. Just because of that. It's kind of sad. Malagos, man, he was destroyed in one of the expansions too, wasn't he? The Aspect, he got screwed. Steward of Magic, Spellweaver, the Blue Dragons. His natural form is not that of a typical dragon, and is said he can change at will. I thought all the dragons could do that. They could take the form of whatever they wanted. Oh, even here it talks about him going to Northrend in the form of an insect-like creature. Well, I wonder if he took on the form of the a new what were they called? The bug thingies up in Northrend that the Lich King conquered. Maybe he took on their form to blend in. There's Dormu, the Master of Time, yet the Bronze Dragonflight. He has always been focused on collecting artifacts of for current. Even his fellow Aspect's dealings. Huh. Considered to be protectors, the Bronze Dragonflight find themselves greatly attracted to air. Weird. Neltharion. The Earth Warder. Black Dragonflight, yep. Creation of the mountains and other formations of the lands, including boundaries between immortal races. Huh. Causes corruption still remains a mystery. We did learn that eventually, but I can't remember what it was. I wonder if perhaps the old gods didn't play a hand in the Great Black's corruption. Huh. Altharion no longer existed, he became Deathwing. Creature of malice and hatred. Yeah. Renamed the death aspect in Zaza's of his type. Deathwing is the embodiment of chaos and evil. Arguably the first evil of Azeroth that has appeared after the banishment of the old gods. Which we might be saying again pretty soon after BFA.
Peace, friend.
This is the book I named. Take the book? He does take the book. Okay. Time is not an issue, so do not feel pressured. You may take like to hand. Which, of course, these days just means Google it.
We shall meet again.
My question to you is this. Which of the aspects created by the Titans became the nefarious creature known as Deathwing? Well, that is definitely an Altharion.
Go in peace. What brings you here?
Question to you is this. Wait, what? Yeah.
May the eternal
So I guess I go back to,
sun
what's his face
shine
now?
upon thee.
Answer Brogdon's viewer's question and speak to him again. You'll remain so time. Ready? Okay.
The winds guide you.
There. Oh. See that I'm stupid. You have studied the text I asked you to, and now you have passed another of our tests. Indeed. Arqualfin, Talus, and Lordaeron City. Arqual, I believe, is the one who wants you to go into, like, the Scarlet Library or something like that. Yeah, he's in the Undercity. Fastest way out of here. Probably just to run back to Sunrock and then fly. My hearth is set to 1,000 needles. So the extra time spent flying, I could just make up for by running, probably. I love the music in this game, it's very good. If you guys have never heard of his channel, which he does not get nearly as many viewers as he should, he's not very known yet, but I heard through Def Camp and Melderon's streams and videos about a guy named Chimley, or he goes by the name Chimley. He has a YouTube channel, definitely look it up. He has some other subjects, but he does musical analysis, if you will, of the themes in World of Warcraft. And it's really cool. It's very interesting to see the ideas of what the different sounds represent, or might represent. It would be really cool if he had the opportunity to interview the original composers and see if see what their intentions were, and maybe he got it right, or if maybe things were a little different than he thought. But he's definitely more of an expert on music than I am. I like music, but I don't know much about it from a technical perspective, from a historical perspective, any of that kind of stuff. Like that bit with the horns there, if you told me to pick out a musical phrase or something, I might point to that. But I don't really know. I don't know what that would mean or anything, you know. Those are actually an upgrade from what I have. Let me take that one. That's a pretty cool proc. Damage and healing. And we're not up to that. There is a one-handed axe at my level. I think it's a little lower level than I am now. It's like an upper 20s one-handed axe that has a puncture effect. It reduces armor. I would really like that, but that's a BOE, so I would have to buy it out of the auction house, and that's not really an option. And if I found it, I wouldn't equip it. I would just sell it. What about that? I need to find White Reach. Go to the Undercity first. Still keeping an eye out for Briarthorn. We need as much of that as we can get, basically. Now, I'll admit, I talked earlier about, you know, not letting other people's leveling speed and what they're doing, what they're accomplishing, not letting that affect how you play and how you think about, or how you feel about what you're doing. I can admit that seeing people in here in chat LFGing for Scarlet Monastery is kind of making me wish I were high enough level to join them for that. Scarlet Monastery has a lot of good gears, a really cool series of dungeons. But you know what? I'll get there. It's no big deal. No rush. See what this guy wants. I don't. Harpies. Yeah, screw that. I don't like harpies. Anyway, I'll get there eventually. I might do Black Fathom again. I don't know. Under normal circumstances, the Outlaw Saber would have been an upgrade for me, but since shamans can't use swords,
How may I aid?
I don't really get anything out of that dungeon. When we're ready for RFK, we need to go to the Ratchet and pick up equipment for the Blue Leaf Tubers. Because you're supposed to have a crate, a command stick, and a manual, and all those are next to the guy, and I didn't pick them up. So that's 3 items that would be taking up bag space, and I really don't want that. Speaking of which, we just got some silk packs. Awesome having all 10 slot bags. That's going to help a lot. Of course, it seems like the more bag space I get, the more crap I carry around. Use for wool. Not really. So I'm going to send wool to friends. Could probably sell that as well, and that would help. Man, I gotta make... I gotta make like 90 gold in 10 levels. Almost makes me want to skip training some stuff, but we'll see. Expired. Band of Thorns and a Blazing Brazier. That is unfortunate. Really thought that might sell. I also put a leather chest piece in there for like 4 gold. I think that was way too high. Probably gonna get that back. While I'm leveling up, I usually give things just 1 chance. Because the deposit costs, they'll start adding up. People don't have a lot of money right now, so I can't really post things for a high value, you know. I was going to share my Twitch channel. Wonder if I can share my restream. Does that work? Channel. Stream monitor. Bitrate. Bad. Hopefully the video looks okay. It says it's 1920 by 1080. I have my bitrate kind of low because my upload speed with my current internet provider isn't very good. And unfortunately, it's the best I have access to right now in this particular part of town. Chat, analytics, scheduler. That's not really a thing, so. That. Achievements. Need 50 followers and 5 people chatting at the same. Stream for 8 hours. I'm way over that. Stream on 7 different days. Definitely over that. That's cool. Average of 3 viewers. Yeah, that's a pretty cool system. Def Camp and Melron's Discord has a lot of other streamers. People will post links to their stream or videos they made. I might as well start doing that too, even though, you know, my quality isn't really up there yet, but you gotta start somewhere. And then let me see what this other guy posted. It's under funny. It said it's stupid. So, screenshot. It's the funny part. Oh, their guild is called the Fellowship. They're a bunch of dwarfs and gnomes. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they used Lord of the Rings names or anything. Where are they? That? His level. Dropped. Yeah, that's Blackrock Depths. Wow. Oh, yeah, I was gonna test to see if I could get a browser to show up. I couldn't get it to work earlier. Really can't tell. It's just a big white box. You guys see that? No, it's just a black box. No, it's just... Okay, so that doesn't work, unfortunately. I'm just gonna remove it. Remove. Oh well. See what's going on in Pally Times. Chatting, cool. I have not played Heroes of the Storm in a long time. May get back to that eventually. I never played it competitively. I always just did bot matches. Honestly, I just don't really care. Alright, we need the auction house. So we can't sell some of this stuff. So have vendors for 8. I could get like a gold for it. Let's see if there's any in here. There's 2 in here already. That's unfortunate. A hair over a gold each. Give it a shot. I'm just gonna put it at 1 gold. It's only 5 silver to post. That's good. Cutthroat buckler. See if there's any of the owl. There are none of the owls, so let's just move that. Oh, there's none at all. Right. Well, in that case, I need to see what shields of this level are like. That is a level 28 shield. Gold, 3 gold, really? That good. So it looks like 1 gold, maybe. But the best I could hope for. Ooh, that costs a lot to put in there too. I don't know if that's really worth it. I'm just gonna do 8 hours. Let's put that at 75. Which is a vendor for 38. Make that 7 silver. What's 38 and 7? 45. So we want to go higher than 45. Let's just do 50. Silver, man. Okay. Put in the Dokebi cape. Oops. Also not in there. Level 23 item. That is always cloth. That's... oh, delete that. There used to be, I guess, in early versions of WoW before the game went live, maybe. There were different types. You would have like leather capes and mail capes. But they're all cloth. They're all just cloth now. Yeah, see, they're barely going for anything at all. 20 silver, 15 silver. 10. Let's see how much it would cost to put in 2 silver. 12. So let's try 15. And 20. We're just gonna do 8 hours. And if those don't sell, I'm just gonna vendor them. You know, forget that. I'm not gonna mess around with it. And at the prices I put them in there plus the deposit, I'll still make a little bit of a profit. That's pretty good. Watcher's leggings of the monkey. 17 silver. Good. Let's just do 40. Let's see what happens. Never know. Could be lucky. And then these things are all like 4 silver. Not bad. Not bad. Put all these in there for a decent chunk. Actually, it might be different. Some of these might have more rarity. 14 silver. So that one's obviously more rare. So I'm gonna undercut. I don't really care. I'm gonna make it easy. I'd rather it be sold even if someone else takes it and resells it. 1 and 2 silver. To 3 silver. And then, let's see if we get it for a gold bar. Very little. That's unfortunate. 6 silver. Looks like that's about the most I can expect to get. And that is literally the amount it vendors for. Why would you do that? Why would you sell it for less than the vendor? And it costs that much. Yeah, see, it's got to be at least that high. I don't want to make any money, any real money off of it. Wu-Tang Clan. I like that. Protect your neck. You guys gotta go. If you never heard of stand-up comedian Ron Funches, you need to check him out. He's hilarious. He has a whole bit about the Wu-Tang Clan, and he has a thing for scars, and he kind of combines the two. It's pretty funny. He's talking about protect your neck. He knows what that album was about. Protect your neck with an affordable but luxurious scarf. It's so dumb. Good. Man, I think people are undervaluing or underestimating RFK. RFK level range. Classic. crawl is 29 to 38. Pretty close to 30 to 40, don't you think? I just think it's a mistake to go in there. When it says 29 to 38, that means the mobs at the very beginning are 29. And the stuff at the end is 38 or 39 or maybe even 40. So, you go in there at 29 or 30, you know, once you get halfway through, you're going to be almost, you're not useless, but you're going to have such a hard time hitting the enemies. Your spells are going to get resisted, you're going to miss a lot, they're going to parry and dodge a lot. I mean, if you're willing to put up with it, go for it. You're making things harder than it has to be. Like Wailing Caverns at 14 to 15, that was horrible. 3 hours, we didn't mess up at all either. It took us 3 hours just because of our level, you know, we couldn't hit, our damage was low, and not good. So I'd rather wait till, you know, I'm like 34, 35 and then give it a shot. Just like leveling for now. But I need to find an upgrade. And I'm having a hard time doing that. I looked for axes and maces earlier, but let me look for a dagger maybe. Quest. Obtained. Scrolling so fast. Source. Gained through rewarded by a quest. There we go. We want item level of say 25 to 40. Let's go 38. Whoa, not 438. It's 38. Aqualifentalis. Alright, none. No daggers from a quest at all in that level range. That is crazy. Item level. Okay, silver pine. Low. Wow, daggers jump from item level 20 up to item level 41. That is crazy. That means those are completely useless right now. There's no way I can possibly get an upgrade off of a dagger. From a quest. There's still drops. But from a quest, nope, no way. Alright, well, let me double check again for one-handed axe, mace. Excuse me, sorry about that. Staves, yeah. One-handed axe and mace. Rewarded by quest, and we want item level. We really want item level, say 28 to 35. Let's do that and see what comes up. A lot of different weapon. Item levels. Okay. Parts of the Swarm. 1,000 needles. That's down in the Shimmering Flats. Give me a one-hander of 18 DPS. Okay, that's an upgrade. Once mutton. Okay, no. And an Arakara in 1,000 needles is not an upgrade. So the Bleeding Crescent is really my only option. Requires 28. Increase the item levels a little bit and see what comes up. Let's change that to 45. Or by item level. Scarlet Monastery, Swamp of Sorrows, Badlands, Uldaman. Yeah, we're nowhere near any of that. Your company mining. I mean, that would be an upgrade, but that looks like it'd be difficult right now. Volta Arms in the Highlands. That's right now. That's level 40. The whirlwind weapon, yeah, I don't even have access to that, unfortunately. Final passage, 1,000 needles. That would be an upgrade, but that's all the way at the end of this quest chain that I'm working on right now. Deep sea salvage. That would be good. That's an Arathi. Kind of a high level one. And Downs? Yeah, we're nowhere near that. That's all from quests. I guess instead of trying to show Chrome specifically, I could just set up my desktop. Show my desktop. I don't know how that would interact with capturing WoW specifically. At the same time. Venture Company Mining. That was 10 singing blue crystals. Requires level 30, but the red quest for level 30. I need to go do that one at about 39 or 40. Yes, that's definitely out of the... Deep sea salvage. It's red even at 35, so that's out of the question. So really, Bleeding Crescent is my only chance for an upgrade right now. It's barely an upgrade. It's like 3 DPS. No, it's not that much of an upgrade. Birds of the Swarm. This starts in the Crossroads. Yeah. It's gonna be orange for my level though, but I can go pick it up at least. Alright. Hate that. Right click and the camera goes crazy. I need to go Dolphin Talents. Probably in the Apothecarium. It just says he's in Lordaeron, doesn't say where. Most of the scholars are scholarly types are in the Apothecarium, but he could be in the Mage Quarter, I suppose. Oh, there he is. I just gotta remember to go back to the Crossroads and pick up that quest.
What do you require?
Even after all that, he says you're probably a farce. So be it, shaman. You have to be rude. Tell you what you must seek. I wonder what gutter speak sounds like. I will even ask you my question. Wow. Go to the monastery in Tirisfal Glades. Yep, that's what I thought. Beginnings of the undead threat. Bring it to me.
Victory for Sylvanas.
Yeah, we're not ready for that yet. Scarlet Monastery, where'd you go? I need a mod to make this bigger. So small. All red. It's gonna be a long time before I do that. Main. Arnak. So we're gonna go back and do that. Sacred Flame. That as well. All in 1,000 needles. We've got nothing else to sell. Crossroads. We go back and get the Zeppelin. Oh, let me actually empty out my mailbox real quick. Vendor all that junk that didn't get sold. Box there. Box is on one side. What is this? This is the north side. So the mailbox is on the north side, and the bat handler is on the other. Stuff that didn't go. And that's terrible. Let's take all of it. An upgrade? I mean, really? That didn't upgrade at all? No. Alright, so I'm actually going to send that ring. That might be an upgrade for him. Some potions. The swiftness potion we're going to keep. We'll just throw that in the bank. What's going to happen is in a few months or whatever, when a lot more people are higher level and there's money to throw around, actually more like phase 3 when the battlegrounds are introduced, that will be when sales for swiftness potion picks up. Swiftness potions, and even better than that, would be free action potions. We'll be able to get a lot of sales off of those. But until then, I guess there's just not really a market for it. Unfortunate, but that's how it is. No big deal. And then these, I could send that to my hunter, I guess. Look at that, my auction for page 6 already sold. I think I'll just offer these bracers to someone in the guild. See if anyone speaks up. Anyone want emblazoned bracers? Ooh, I didn't think about that for smithing. This would be a great time for smithing because you could be selling the enchanting rods. You could be, once you work up to it, the patterned bronze bracers that are needed for a quest. Maybe even keys? Alright, we're going to send that to Lauren. Alright. Now we need to get out of here. Another option is to see if there are any smiths that can make a weapon. But all the weapons that would be an upgrade for me now would require some effort. Looking for a warrior, a spirited shaman, or a cuddly bear for SFK, then good to go. Silly. I could take SFK, but there's just nothing in there that I want. I mean, Meteor from Arogol. That would be good. So maybe I should offer to tank that. I'm already here. Looking for tank for SF. Yeah, I'll offer to take it for him. Why not? In that case, I need to be coming back down here to the flight path. We'll see how he responds. Awesome. Mage, hunter.
What would you ask of death?
Oh, I forgot to get water. We got a mage, just good. Warrior population is thin. Yeah, it sure seems like it. More shaman tanking. Most shaman tanking I've seen. In a long time. Stop for any Briarthorn on the way. But otherwise, we are just headed straight to the instance. Super strong! Guess we will see. God, I can't believe it's almost 7 o'clock. It's fast. BFD with 3 shamans. That must have been fun. It was an absolute joke. In a good way, I hope. Was would have disappeared. Anyway, yeah, I need a lot of Briarthorn because I gotta do that up until like 160, I believe, alchemy. I have 7. That would get me up to 140, so I need another 20 of those things. Oh wait, am I going too far? No. My fan for now. Probably Peace Bloom, yeah. Briarthorn, I need that. Beat me to it, okay. And I ran into a son of Argal, and I thought at my level that'd be perfectly fine, which it was, and you know, defeated him. Still, a 25 elite did a lot of damage. It's the road. Where? Oh, man. Backside hurts already. If he picks that up, he may not have the skill for it. Yep, okay. Coordinate totem usage a little bit. He's gonna use healing and stone skin. Okay. And fire nova. And this is not a melee group, so might really only helps me. So let's see, he's got healing. Using mana. We used the wrong water somehow.
Out of range. It's too far away. I don't have a target. I need to get closer.
Okay.
It's too far away.
Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I'm such a high level. I'm gonna untrack all these quests for now, so I can see a little better.
need to get closer. I'm out of range. Get closer. It's too far away.
Cloth with all stamina, yeah. Man, I got mana now. That sounds silly, but. Are you attacking? Can you see? Some of these guys may have been haunted, and they'll have a ghost spawn on them kind of randomly. A little annoying, but all good. Curtains are annoying, the camera keeps clipping through them. Bridge farmer members? What are they talking about? Oh, when auction houses weren't linked. Annoying. Weak.
Too far away.
Commander's Crest looks cool, but I don't really need it. Not an upgrade at all, so. I apologize for being quiet. I'm not used to talking about what I'm thinking while I'm playing. Something I need to get used to doing. Kind of hard to watch, you know, when the person isn't talking at all. I would prefer to keep these guys separated from the rest of the group because of their silence effect. And it's really not that difficult. Assuming a healer doesn't run all the way up into here and keep getting silenced. You know? I can just switch charges back and forth. It keeps my thread going pretty well. Rockbiter creates so much thread, it's ridiculous. That's locked, so we don't even need to roll. We don't have a rogue or anything.
I'm out of range.
Go and drop down Mana Totem here because we might need that. Just leave it at that. Is that the whole pool? Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna go and drop that then. So just get in here, guys. I don't actually remember what the boss's mechanics are. That would be a minor upgrade. Everyone's greeting for it. I'll just greet it. It's not a big deal. It's such a minor upgrade.
It's too far away.
I think a 1 DPS upgrade over my other staff. It's not. Who cares? Man, I want it. How about that? Whoa, hello. We don't have any male users.
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Smart ass real quick. Somebody that gets crazy aggro. I should have dropped that way earlier.
I'm out of range. I need to get closer. Closer.
The problem I have with tanking, I don't like getting my health so low. And as a healer, you kind of just want to wait. Dude, don't pull. I'm trying to drink. You can tank him. Just for reference, let the tank pull. Unless he asks you to pull, just let him pull.
Out of range. It's too far away.
My problem with that totem is it creates all of its threat up front. It's kind of annoying. Dude, fight! Time for that nonsense? No chest there. Bam! Dude. These dogs have got to go.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
I'm just gonna let him get punched in the fucking face. Tanks and healers drive the fucking dungeon forwards, guys. Yeah, but it took all your mana, and it sucked up a lot of the healer's mana.
I need to get closer.
Boss time, dude. Drink. Okay, he's drinking good.
interfere with the sons of Aragal.
You turn off your fucking rock biter. Good lord, this is getting annoying. Am I the damn tank or not?
I'm out of range.
How did you draw aggro after all that I did? Burnt up all the mana before the boss. No, he's got nothing left.
It's too far away. I'm out of range.
Feeling mantle actually is pretty good. I think it's even an upgrade for me. Stand feeling like I'm rushed. These guys are starting to get on my nerves. I use that pretty much on cooldown. Should help a little bit.
You too shall serve. Another falls.
Okay, he needs to be preserving his... Now he's just standing there.
Another falls.
He's gonna teleport in a moment. Maybe. Might kill him first.
I need to get closer. It's too far away.
I was getting impatient. I was starting to get on my nerves. I don't like that.
Something special?
Man, if only I could wear mail. Wolf flank. Slot bag, now that I'm using all 10 slot bags.
Go in peace.
Who's that? A rave? But I wasn't in Discord. Alright, I'm in Discord, but I need to AFK. I'll be back in a minute. We'll be right back. Alright. Eating fancy tonight. We're just gonna have some carrots.
It's going good in Ashen.
Hey. Alright, yeah, I just ran, I just happened to be in Undercity when someone was looking for a tank, so I thought I'd take a shot at the dagger the boss drops. He didn't drop it.
Didn't look like it. I watched your YouTube video though. That was pretty funny. I was like waiting for them to wipe.
Which was that? The dungeon run?
Yeah, BFD.
Oh, that, yeah. If I could have recorded the whole thing, it would have been even longer, and then, you know, it would have been better. I was thinking of putting the Benny Hill music on it, but everywhere I looked, it said people were getting copyright strikes, even if it wasn't monetized. Yeah, I don't really want to. Copyright strikes already.
You got copyright strikes or?
No, that's just what I was reading about that theme. The yakety sax.
Oh crap! These Felguards are kicking the crap out of me. I'm dead.
Demon Hill or whatever.
Well, I'm trying to find those Stratahorn thing that we talked about. And the directions, it doesn't give any directions. It just says, I just came from Ratchet and I'm looking for these horns. Like, well, don't tell me where to get you the bloody horn. Give me a
Okay, so,
direction,
yeah.
at least.
From Splinter Tree Post, you follow the road northeast. And then when you cross,
northeast.
yeah, when you cross the river, there's a little, it looks like a little settlement on the left, and that place is just packed full of them.
Oh, okay. I took the road to the east and then I took a right. And went right out from Splinter Tree and I went to that battlefield where all those...
Yeah. I think there's a quest chain that goes down there eventually, but that's not what you're looking for at the moment.
Yeah, I almost killed the Felguard, but fighting two of them at the same time that are level 30 and I'm 27 didn't really. And they're able to take my bubble off almost right away.
Oh, they have some kind of dispel? Annoying. Either that or some kind of burst damage is taking it. Doing a lot of damage. If you ever do get a chance to go down in there though, you see on the map it's like a little gray area almost inside the mountains. There's some old school lore, I guess, in there.
Fellfire Hill.
Yeah.
What do you mean old school lore?
So the orcs were how much of WoW did you play before?
Not very much. I played I played Warcraft a lot.
Okay, well, they talk about it in some of those, but oh crap, I missed the lift. The orcs, you know, they came from Draenor, and they made a deal with one of the pit lords, one of the giant demons, to get power. That's how they turned to green. They drank his blood and they turned to green, but they gained power. Anyway, his weapon, he was defeated down there, and his weapon is still there floating in the air, broken in half.
Oh, that's cool.
And then in Orgrimmar, if you go to where Thrall is, there's an old tree, and it has that demon's armor hanging off the tree, and a little plaque commemorating the defeat.
And so the orcs defeated the demon that turned them.
Yeah. You remember Garrosh from the later expansions of World of Warcraft? Like he was the war chief during Pandaria.
I
Cataclysm, I
didn't
think.
get that far into.
Okay. Well, his father, Gromash, he was the one that defeated that pit lord. That happened during Warcraft 3, I think. I don't remember now.
That I kind of remember.
Grom Hill Scream.
How's your streaming going?
Alright, I guess. No one's watching, but that's alright. Eventually. Kind of talking and questing and doing a dungeon.
Putting videos.
Yeah, I'm gonna clip part of this one to make a video. Should have been streaming the other day when that crazy stuff happened in BFT.
That's
Really
the problem.
need
You
upgrades.
never know when something's gonna happen.
Yeah. Gear is getting old. It's starting to feel like it. I'm also quite hungry. I'm just eating carrots and ranch today. Or tonight.
Just eating carrots and ranch. Did you
Yeah.
hit the food pretty hard this week?
And apparently I didn't leave any for today, so I'll have to go shopping tomorrow. But after all the crap I ate this weekend, then yeah, this will be good. I think that's the place there with the coal car.
Oh, that's so much better. I'm so glad you told me where these guys.
Yeah, it's better for now. Those guys are annoying. I hate them.
Why is that?
They all have crazy spells and debuffs and stuff that they use. There's more up the hill, but they're higher level. And they're irritating in their own way. I think white, or
I don't want
White.
this stupid operating manual quest. It looks like a pain. I keep finding the pain, and I
Yeah.
don't want to do it.
white reach
It
posts.
takes up so much inventory space. They
Right.
don't stack.
I've been selling them for like 2 silver a piece.
Oh, I didn't know you could sell them.
Yeah, I just put them on the auction house. If assuming I don't need the bag space. Put them on the auction house for people that are trying to finish that quest. Ooh, man. I think this might be White Reach. Yeah.
What brings you here?
What?
Goodbye.
What's up?
Hypercapacitor gizmo. That's okay, I guess. Rare yet mighty panther. Oh, this sounds familiar. Yeah, you gotta let him out of the cage.
Have a good one.
Alright. And flexing.
Jeez, there's so many. They just keep coming.
Go in peace.
Come here. No. I can't remember if that guy starts a quest or if he's for a quest. Alright, this is where we need to be. Panther's over there somewhere, I think.
Alright, I feel like a badass. I killed 5 of those.
All at the same time?
Kind of one after another. I started to kill one and it
Those might
started
not
to
be
run
right.
away and aggroed another one, and then when I started to kill the second one, it ran away and aggroed another one, and it repeated until there was 5. So kind of at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but they weren't all attacking me at the same time. I still feel pretty good about it.
This doesn't look right. It's gonna be over here.
Now I'm to the drops that are just pretty much dropping silk more often. There's some floating red crystal back here. I don't know what it. So I've decided to
Please,
really
for
start
Christ.
hitting the fishing hard. So
Oh yeah?
once I'm gonna try to spend an hour, or maybe just 30 minutes. I don't know. I haven't decided.
I don't even need these. I'm in the wrong
But I want to
place.
get up to a high enough fishing skill because the winter squid are going to come out at the end of. They only are available for a couple months of
Right.
the year.
Oh, you know what? That means the summer fish or whatever is out right now. If anyone's high enough to get it.
And I watched a video on how to get your fishing skill up to 450. Because
450.
apparently the highest level areas where you can go fishing, you have to be fishing skilled in order
That
to
doesn't
really
sound right.
be efficient. Yeah, you can get there by getting the max is 300, but you can get a fishing pole that increases it. You can put on all these different lures and baits and different things, and you can actually get your skill all the way up to 450, so you can fish the rarest spot. And then you can actually fish up chests that have a bunch of stuff in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't remember 450, but there's one of the raid bosses. It's not out yet. No, the raid isn't out yet, but one of the raid bosses is something you have to fish up. You have to. There's like a small quest or something to create the lure, but then you have to have the right fishing skill in order to fish them up.
Yeah, I watched a guide about it earlier today. Not that boss, but all the fishing stuff I'm talking about, and how to make money off. Pretty lucrative though. Like a lot of those stacks you can sell for some like 4,
Damn.
5, 10 gold a little bit later when the economy gets going, and if you're really good at fishing, it doesn't take you all that long. So we'll see.
How many people getting sick? I really don't remember where that cold card camp is, but gotta be over here somewhere. Is this one? Oh, that's an elite. And chaser. There we go. Now we're in the right place.
Oh, when I get back, I think I should be able to get to. I'm hoping should be able to get to tailoring level enough to start making silk bags. Hopefully, it's the goal.
That's pretty cool.
I haven't been able to get back to Thunder Bluff because I've been out here questing. I just left an area that I thought I had to wait around for this guy to spawn, but turns out all I have to do is put this stake down and then he spawns. I didn't read all the direct. And then I was going through my inventory like, what's this flag for? How did I get this flag?
Oh, that thing, yeah. The Furbolg King or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting here waiting for procs. You know what? That guy's annoying. I don't know why he runs around so much.
I don't understand my job sometimes. My boss sent me we have these things called, well, grievances. If a patient's not, I guess, well, something happened with something that they wanted. Said that I overpromised on something through the intake process.
Uh-oh.
But it sounds like it was like our team dropped the ball and didn't actually get the guy what he needed. And I was like telling my boss about it. I'm like, it sounds like we didn't do our job. So you guys are coming to me asking me why I told him what the program is.
Yeah.
Sorry for telling you that we cover your healthcare. My bad. Even though that's what we do. It's very odd. I know my boss will agree though. Like we couldn't figure out, based on her email stream, could figure out what the issue was. I have a feeling this Satra horn thing is going to take a while. The drop rate's not.
Yeah, it's kind of irritating.
But it's also not that bad because I'm getting really good experience. Like every time I kill one, I get like 180 experience. So that level bar is just cruising.
Not ignoring, by the way, I just don't want to eat with food in my mouth. Or eat with food in my mouth. It'd be kind of hard to eat otherwise. I want to talk with food in my mouth. This is Split Hoof Hold. I need to be in here for the Sacred Flame. Alright. You'll find Split Hoof Crag. Split it. Oh. Let's invite this guy. Why everyone's going solo? It's dumb.
Man, those shamans tear up mobs, it looks. Bet shamans are pretty fun in PvP.
Yeah, they are. They're not very good at sustained damage, so for like raids or something, they're not so good at that, but they can do a lot of damage quickly. That makes them good for PvP.
But they're great for supporting raids.
Yeah. Usually they get stuck as healers. I don't actually know where the thing is. I'm just kind of.
That one had a little imp
There it is.
minion. That's annoying.
Out of range.
Those charge attacks do so much damage.
Like, I like grouping up with people for big bosses and stuff, but I don't like grouping up with people like when I'm just out there killing mobs for a quest, because you get like half the experience.
Yeah, I agree. Depends on how hard it is.
I mean, if they're like elites, I understand that, but I'm just out here killing these things and they're like level 28, 20. Don't need to be in a group for that. Then I don't get everything from every drop either. Unless I'm like
You get a bow
partied
from
with
that?
someone that I know, then that's fine. It's fun. But I don't want to share my loot with random.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. There's that. I guess it's alright. We see why you wanted to do this. Gonna get down. Group. Need to get some more kills. That's a wind. Yeah, wind chaser. Need wranglers. I haven't even seen a wrangler yet. Wow. I have the Arnax hoof quest, but I think there's more. I think there's more quests that go up there. God, there's a guy running around, drives me crazy. Just super annoying. Again, where are the Wranglers? There's one. See if we can get that one. Need them the most. The ones I can see the least. Find the least. Scout aggro. Alright. One. Nice. You may have noticed it. You may have noticed a little bit on that guy. Sometimes when the mobs are snared, they don't really bother to run. Those scouts run all over the freaking place. When I snared him, he just came back. And he tried to leave and he just came right back. And then when the snare left, or when the snare expired, he ran off again. Should just stand here, get shot in the face. Three from this scout, enough scouts. I mean, I know I need more, but. Scouts. That person killed all the freaking Wranglers. Gotta be a spot that has more Wranglers. Alright guys, it's a weeknight. I can't really be staying up too much later. So after this kill, I'm gonna cut the feed. That's fun. See you next time.